Hello Techies. In this session, we will test our knowledge on PL500 exam on JSON. Alright, what is the PL500 question? You are developing a cloud flow. You write an expression for the following JSON object. The flow parses JSON data by using the following schema. On my screen, you will find JSON object as well as the schema. Based on the JSON object and schema, I am having 4 statements. We have to answer these 4 statements in such a way, yes or no. Before answering the question, we will understand what is JSON. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation, which is a standard text-based format for representing structured data based on JavaScript object syntax. It is a lightweight format for storing and commonly used for transmitting or transporting data. Power Automate utilizes JSON to display and transport data between the flow steps. If you see on the screen, JSON consists of arrays denoted with braces, objects denoted with curly braces, and properties displayed as key value pairs. These comes together to create a data hierarchy that can be understood by almost any modern application. Here you can see that we have an array named value that contains multiple objects, each containing the 5 properties such as account, primary contact, annual revenue, status, and owner. The value array represents a list of records similar to what we might see in a view in Microsoft Dynamics 365. Each object, which is wrapped in curly braces, represents one account record. Each account contains 5 key value pairs for the 5 fields that we are returned. Power Automate utilizes this consistent format of data in almost every type of flow step. Becoming familiar with this data format will help us master flow creation and troubleshooting, and open the door to creating powerful automation for our businesses. Now we'll learn about Parse JSON action. The Parse JSON action in Power Automate is a powerful tool that allows us to take raw JSON output from an HTTP request for given example and turn into the values that can be used as a dynamic content for our flow. Parse JSON makes the work of building a flow requires less developer skills and is there to make creating flows more convenient. There you can see on my screen, I have created a cloud flow with the name of JSON Cloud Flow. Now I'm having a composed JSON over here. Let me select that. And there you can see I'm having JSON object. What is the JSON object? Inside my JSON, I'm having customer number and customer phones, right? For the customer number, I'm having the value, which is an integer format, and the customer phones, I'm having 2 values inside that it is stored in string format. Alright, now if we see for the parse JSON, I'm having schema in such a way type is object, and the properties you can see I'm having customer name, customer number, and customer phones. For the customer name, I'm having type string, which it allows null values. Customer number type is integer, and also you can see the customer phones type is array. Minimum items is 1. You should require minimum 1 item for the customer phones, and the item type is string format they has given. Alright, now as we have seen in our question, we are having 4 statements, right? Each statement that I will go through one by one. First one is the expression that is for the empty. Let me show you the expression. There I am having compose customer with name empty, and there you can see the inputs. I am having the expression such as empty body. Inside the body that I am having parse JSON, right? And there you can see I am having customer name, right? There you can see if you observe this thing, I am having syntax error. This is the error. Why? I don't have customer name property first of all in my JSON object, right? If you are calling a property, in that case you will use dot or question mark. Whenever you are going to use question mark, there is no errors it will display because it will ignore the errors property that does not exist in the object. So the customer name is not available. This property is not available in the object, correct? The first one is the error you will get it over here. Let me show you that. Now I have given the expression over here that is empty. That is body is a parse JSON. It is looking for the customer property. Is it empty or not? To see the output for the customer name with the empty, that I am going to click on save and test. Let's click on test, and then I'm going to select manually to perform the starting action to the trigger, and then I'm going to click on test, and then I'm going to click on run flow. The flow run successfully started. Let's click on done. There you can see on the left hand side I got an error. What is that error? Unable to process the template language expression in action. Compose customer name with empty. Right? This is my action where you can see the template language expression empty body of parse JSON customer name cannot be evaluated because the property customer name does not exist. In our object, we don't have the customer name, right? In my JSON object, I don't have customer name as a property. That's the reason it has been thrown an error. There, what it is given more information. What are the available properties are there? First one is the customer number and customer phone numbers are available inside my JSON object. We can use that one. So out of this, the expression will return empty or not? It is no. It is giving an error, so that it is a no. There you can see on the right hand side, I found the following errors. What is the error? The same error which we have seen. The error occurred because of the customer name property is missing in the parse JSON output, leading to an evaluation issue in the empty function. To fix this issue, ensure that the correct property is referenced. So in this case, that our expression returns true or not, it's no. All right. Now let me click on edit. Now we'll go for the second expression. Let's click on compose -concat. There you can see in my inputs, I'm having the function. Let me select that. What is the expression has been given? I want to concatenate customer name. Along with that, I have to concatenate with dots, and then I have to concatenate with the customer number. I'm using concatenate function over here to concatenate three values. First one is customer name, second one the colon, and then third one is the customer number, right? Now what will happen? It will return the value, that is exact value 10091 or not. This is what we have to check it out. There you can see I'm having customer name as we don't have the value. It will give us as null, but concatenating we have to get colon and then we have to get 10091. Let's see that. What is the output we'll get it. Let me click on update. Let's click on test to see the output by clicking on test. And then I'm going to select test manually. The flow has executed successfully. Now we'll go for the compose concat over here. What is the input over here? There you can see colon and then we are having 10091 and the output also is colon 10091. Because of the concatenation happened for the three values, right? First one is the customer name, which is having null value, and after that we got colon and then the customer number, right? So in that case, it will return colon 10091. All right. Now we are going for the third expression, that is equals function. There you can see I'm having compose equals. I'm going to select the input for the expression. Now, if you see the expression over here, I'm having equals function, which it is going to be getting the values, that is customer phone number of index of 2, which is it is checking empty or not. The value is null or not. Now, if you observe in my JSON object, I'm having two values. It will store in the index of 0 and 1. But right now we have given the expression as 2, which it will throw an error. Let me click on save and then we will see that. Let me click on update and then let's run the flow to see the output by clicking on test. The flow has executed successfully. Now if you go for the equals, there you can see it will return false values because of we're having customer phone numbers of index 2 is index is out of boundary. Now we are going for the fourth expression, that is for the integer. Let me click on the inputs. There you can see what is the expression that I am having. I'm checking for the customer phones of 1 of integer type or not. What it will return? It will return the value of not for the customer phone numbers. There if you observe in my JSON object, I'm having two values which will be stored in index 0 and 1. Right Now in customer phones I am having index 1, right? So that it will be in integer format, it will return the value. But the value is correct or not, we'll see that one. Let me click on update. Let me click on test, and then I'm going for the test flow manually, and then I'm going to click on save and test. The flow has executed successfully. Now if you go for the compose int output, there you can see I'm having the output that is 114456 which is in integer format, right? These are all the 4 expressions which they have given as part of the question, PL500 question. First one is that empty value of the customer name property. What is that? It is, we don't have the customer name, so it will give as error, so it is false. Now going for the concatenation, what is the concatenation? We are having colon 10091 is the output, another one equals, it will be gives false value, whereas integer it will give the value of the integer for the second customer phone. All right, let me go back to the PL500 question. The first expression you can see over here, empty of body of parse JSon with the property customer name, which it will return true or not. In our case, in our JSON object, we don't have customer name property. In that case, option is no. Now going for the second expression, concatenate body parse underscore JSON dot customer name, comma, colon, and then I'm going to concatenate with the customer number, which it will returns 10091. No, it will returns colon 10091. So in that case also it will be no is the correct answer. Now going for the third expression, which is equals to the customer phone of 2. We are having 2 contacts, 2 customer phones, which it will be stored in 0 and 1 indexing. Alright. So we don't have 2 indexing, so that it will return false. So in this case also the correct answer is no. Now coming to the final expression, int body of parse JSON with the customer phones 1, which it will return the integer, the value 1144566129. There you can see in my customer phones I am having 2 values which will be stored in 0 and 1. Right? One I am having the integer value which it will returns in integer format. For this one, yes is the correct answer. Let me reveal the answer. There you can see for the empty expression, for the customer name property, it will be no. For concatenation, which it will returns in colon dot 10091, that is it should be no. And then equals expression, which we don't have, it is out of index, so that it will also gives as no. And finally, for the expression integer of customer phone numbers of 1, which it will returns the value is yes. I hope you understand what is JSON and how to work with parse JSON action as part of this tutorial.